Hello again, folks, and welcome to the 10th episode of Secret Levels of id Software. Today we'll be visiting episode 5 of Wolfenstein 3D. The previous time we visited episode 4, A Dark Secret, which takes place in Castle Erlangen, which exists in real life as far as I know. And our mission there was to eliminate the scientist who has developed the horrible chemical weapons, Otto Giftmacher. And Giftmacher translates as poison maker. And in fact, that's the name of this Nazi operation, Giftkrieg, which means poison war. So we took out that nasty scientist. However, the operation is already underway. So now BJ has to find the plans for the Giftkrieg. And the plans are hidden deep underground. Now, depending on what you're reading in the PC version and in the PC version hint book, the plans are hidden somewhere deep in the dungeons below Castle Erlangen. Although these are not your usual dungeons with cells and chains and whatever. The dungeons have been expanded and turned into a full-blown underground facility, which is used for some nefarious purposes. In the console versions of the game, and you can actually see the cover for the Super Nintendo version on your screen, the location of episode 5 is called the Mountain Fortress. Well, regardless of whether you call it a mountain fortress or Erlangen dungeons, it's still some big underground place. And so we can't see if it takes place during the day or night, but let's assume it's during the night. Because the previous episode definitely took place during the day, or at least the first two levels do. What else can I say about episode 5? Its final boss is Gretel Grosse, the sister of Hans Grosse, the final boss of episode 1. And I guess one reason why he's so pissed off at BJ Blazkowicz is because he killed his sister in this prequel. Almost forgot. As far as I know, the entire episode 5 was designed by John Romero, so the secret level is also made by him. Well, enough talking, let's jump into the action now. As I've mentioned in previous episodes, John Romero's design philosophy was to make mostly shorter, more simplistic levels, more to the point, without too much maziness or extra areas. And this is true for episode 5 as well. Most of its levels are a bit more straightforward, whereas episode 4, which is mostly or maybe even entirely made by Tom Hall, generally has bigger and more complex levels. The secret level is also relatively simplistic, you'll see. So episode 5 is called Trail of the Madman. The episode names were made vague on purpose so that they could fit any plot. I guess the story was written a bit later. I have a save game prepared. Ooh. So here we're going to level 5. So once you've cleared out the level, you can, that's the start. That's the silver key door. That's where you find the gold key. So in this corner, if you open, not the flag, but the wall next to the flag, it opens a secret, which is like a big hidden chamber. You can get these crosses if you wish. And here is another entrance to the next chamber. Now here is a bit of a map error. There is an item placed exactly behind the push wall. Now when you play on a slower computer, this isn't a problem because the push wall will stop in front of the item, but on a faster machine, the push wall sometimes travels too far and will squish the item, so to say. And that's why people making custom levels for Wolf 3D always need to keep this in mind and design their secrets in a way where there aren't any items or anything important behind the path of the push wall. There is a way to mitigate this problem, though it doesn't always work. It involves using the pause key. I will give it a try now, though I can't guarantee that it will work. So we press pause a few times. Then when... Wow, it worked! I made the push wall stop exactly where it's supposed to be, and this treasure chest can now be collected. But of course your timing has to be precise for this little trick to work. And there are a few problematic secrets like this in the penultimate level of episode 5, in episode 6, as well as on some levels of Spear of Destiny. So anyway, here we go to Romero's secret level. It's a fun level, even though it has a bit of a challenging part. We'll make a JIC save, because you never know. There's a bunch of SS, which could be problematic. So we start in this room with 3 exits. The way forward is this way, but I'll first clean up this optional corridor. Well, watch out, there is an SS behind the door. And there's an officer lurking in the corridor. So most of the level consists of winding, narrow passages like this one. Watch out, there will be SS here. Woo! There should be more of them. Oh yes. This crossroads is one way to navigate the level, remember it. Ah, this was very dangerous, but I think that was the last of the SS for the time being. So now we go in the red brick corridor. Okay, this sucks. I think I can survive until the end of the level. I'll save. Too bad there aren't any blood puddles on this level. I could have shown you how BJ drinks blood when his health is below 10%. Of course. Something always manages to go wrong, you know? Where are you? I know you're around here somewhere. Oh, okay. 2 more SS, wow. Well, good thing I survived them. Healing items? Well, the only healing items on this level are in the final room. By the way, there's the crossroad again. So I have to survive until I reach it. No healing items before then. Sorry. Any officers nearby? I hope not. So we need to get into this room because the key is in here. Anybody else? No? Okay. So we get the key, some ammo, no healing. Thanks, Romero. You're such a nice guy. Whew, that was close. He almost shot me. As I've mentioned in the first episode where I played Wolf 3D, hit scan attacks in this game are quite devastating. You've already seen it. Now we're on the southern side of the crossroad and we take this blue passage. There may be enemies lurking around here, so be careful. Of course. Don't worry, now I know he's in there, so he won't surprise me again. So he was here somewhere. Oh, come on! Yeah, sorry about that. I probably should have restarted the level instead of trying to finish it with 2% health. But it's too late for that. Come on. Seriously? Okay, now that's just mean. That's very mean of you. Save. Payback time. So yeah, I think we've cleaned all rooms. Now we can go into the final room, which finally has some much needed medkits. Oh yeah, Romero knew what he was doing. He made it this on purpose. He definitely made this on purpose. And that's the end of the level. Well, thanks, John. Oh, this is a very nice level. It really reinforces the idea that you're somewhere underground. It looks like a cave. In the hint book, John writes that his idea was to create the feel that you're, you know, somewhere in a mountain going down. So these rocky walls are, like the side of the mountain. And this is part of the underground complex, the Erlangen dungeons or mountain fortress, if you prefer. Anyway, this video may be a little shorter than usual, that's why I've prepared one additional demonstration. It's related to the final level of episode 4. Tom Hope put a very nasty trap in here. Here are the two keys which you need to access ammo and healing for the boss fight. But if you shoot this lonely guard, guess what happens? A small army of bad guys is unleashed upon you. Officers and SS, and lots of them. And they can really wear you down before the boss fight. Well, they're not that hard to survive, but still you will lose some health and ammo fighting them. Is there a better way to solve this situation? Well, there actually is. So what Tom Ho did is he put a little secret in here. And it contains a second set of keys, which you can take safely. That was a really dirty trick of him. Anyway, I hope you learned something useful today. Let's take one final look at the episode 5 secret level. Yeah, as you can see, it's a very straightforward map, especially if you know the way, which is what Romero usually did in this game. Nothing really special here. Unlike the next episode, where the secret level is really big, really heavily populated to the point where it almost breaks the engine's limits. And it even has mutants, the only mutants outside of episode 2, and a Pac-Man ghost, the only Pac-Man ghost appearing outside of the Pac-Man level. And it's such a big and complex level that it was actually made by two people. Like Tom Holt did half and Romero did the other half. But this amazing thing will be next time. Until then, folks, enjoy your week, have fun, play some retro games, and see you when I'm ready. Yeah, the next one could take a little bit of time because it's a big and challenging level. Wish me luck.